Good morning. Can I help the person that just joined? The person with the title Trolls Ass. Can you tell me who you are?
Good morning, Ms. Wilson.
Good morning, Ms. Lurs. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Good morning, this is the interpreter. I'm not sure if my case is here. It's with Gerardo Medina.
All right, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good
I
morning, Judge.
was wondering if the case I have.
1 second, please.
Thank
Good
you, ma'am.
morning. 1 second. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I'm serving as your presiding judge. We are going to start off this morning with first the introduction of the attorneys that are serving on the specialty court. Attorney Warfield.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Jessica Warfield, P85391, Defense Counsel for Specialty Court.
All right, good morning, Ms. Warfield. And then Attorney Fikens.
Thank you, and good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P31894, Specialty Court Defense Attorney. Good morning.
All right, good morning. And then I see that we have a Spanish interpreter. If you could unmute and tell me your name as well as the case that you're here on, or cases.
My name is Ricardo Cáceres, Your Honor, and I believe the court reporter just told me that, texted me that I'm in the wrong court, so I'm gonna have to get out.
Well, it's nice to see you anyways. Have a wonderful day, okay?
You too, ma'am. You have a good day too.
All
Bye-bye.
right, thank you so much. All right, are there any preliminary matters from the attorneys that requires the court's attention on this morning before we get started?
None at this time, Your Honor.
No,
All
Your Honor.
right. All right, very good. Good morning, Ms. Taylor. Place your appearance on the record for me.
Jasmine Taylor, Specialty Court Case Manager.
All right, good morning, Ms. Taylor. Do you have any preliminary matters for me on this morning before we get started?
No.
No? All right, then let's do it. We are going to start this morning. We have Mr. Maddox. Is that Mr. Maddox that's at the jail?
No, he's at Team Jefferson, Your Honor.
Sorry, Mr. Reed. Is that Mr. Reed on this morning?
We have Mr. Reed and Mr. Watts. I'm not sure which one it is, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm not either. Let's.
That's Mr. Reed, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Oh, that's Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Okay, all
Yes.
right. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Morgan. Place your appearance on the record for us.
Your Honor, Samaje Morgan, Specialty Court Coordinator.
All right, thank you, Mr. Morgan.
You're welcome.
Okay, and so are we ready on Mr. Reed?
Yes,
Are we
we are.
All right, wonderful. I have the following cases for Marcus Reed. I have case number U55775-620, U563-63420, case number 19471-1221, and case number 207099991. Mr. Reed, please state your name for the record.
Marcus Reed.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Reed. How are you this morning?
Good morning, George Holmes. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Mr. Reed. I need to know, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay. I had an opportunity. Somebody's in my courtroom with a hat on. Please take your hat off. We're in court. Mr. Reed, I had an opportunity to staff your case on yesterday. And listen, I need to know, are you ready to go and get the treatment and the help that you need?
Yes.
And can I count on you to stay there?
Yes, Ms. Holmes. I had got confused when they cut the tether off. I thought the next day I could leave.
No, nobody can tell you to leave but me.
Okay.
So if I don't tell you, Mr. Reed, I'm letting you leave, then you stay right there until you talk to me, okay?
All right. All right.
All right, because here's the problem, Mr. Reed. Every time you walk away, you're gonna go back to that jail for 30 days.
Okay,
And then
cool.
you're gonna still go back to treatment. I'm
All right.
trying to get you in a place where I can have you stay there and we can get you some help so that you can ultimately be able to live on your own and stay living on your own. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah. That's what I was handling there. That's what I was kind of doing.
Okay, but you've got to stay and get the treatment so we can get you to where you can function on your own without the intervention of the court, okay? Or without the help of the court, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so I have your commitment to do that, Mr. Reed?
Yes.
All right, and so if that's the case, I know Ms. Attorney Warfield, you were going to go in the breakout room and have a conversation with him as well. I
Yes,
think.
ma'am.
Okay, and so, but for purposes of today, at just on Ms. Mack, and good morning, Ms. Mack, and good morning, Officer Lott, and good morning, Ms. Wilson.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Your Honor, it's Dawn today. Miss Max out.
That's right, I forgot. Good morning, Don. Thank you for serving today. All right.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And good morning, Officer Lott. All right. I need to make sure that on case number U55775-620, which is Mr. Reed's first case, he is going to get a Wayne County tether on that case with a 30-day committal should he walk away or violate. The order should say that he is going to be released to Team Jefferson only. Do not put the other 3 cases on that particular order you'll have to send a different order for the remainder of the 3 cases that says that he has a personal bond and he is released to inpatient treatment only at Team Jefferson. Ms. First, did you get that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call
Okay,
or to text me or what have you, Ms. Lurs, because we're doing something a little bit different. And for Mr. Reed, I need to make sure we're good.
hey, Ms. Holmes. Hey, Ms. Holmes, I got a question.
Hold on one second, Mr. Reed.
Okay, okay.
Get that, Ms. Lurs?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. All right, Mr. Reed, what's your question?
When I'm there, do I have permission to work to save up for money for a place?
Not yet. Let's get you stabilized, okay? All
Okay.
right? And then
Okay,
they'll talk to you about when it's appropriate for you to start looking for employment. And actually, they'll help you, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Reed, I'm really counting on you to stay there, okay?
Okay,
All right. I'm going to have the jail, Wayne County Jail, and Miss Warfield go into a breakout room. And then Miss Warfield, if you will join us, when you're finished with Mr. Reed, he is free to leave. And he should get, the jail should be getting the order for the Wayne County tether, 30 days committal for a violation. And then the personal bond on the remainder of the matters. And on both, it should say release to Team Jefferson for inpatient treatment. Okay?
Ms. Holmes,
Yes, sir.
how long am I sentenced to Team Jefferson on tether?
I'll go over all of that, Your Honor.
Yeah, because there is no, but I want him to know there is no time period. You're going to be
Absolutely.
there until I say it's okay to leave, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Reed. I look forward to working with you.
All right.
All right. Very good. You can place them in the breakout room now. At the Wayne County Jail, good morning. Please accept the invitation to the breakout room for Mr. Reed.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good morning. You be safe.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Wonderful. Okay. I am now ready to go to Mr. Cruz. Good morning, Mr. Cruz.
Morning.
All right. Good morning and good morning. Who's with Mr. Cruz this morning?
This is my coordinator. My name is Brandon Green. How are you doing?
Good morning to you, sir. I'm well. How are you this morning?
I'm blessed. I understand you're looking for Mr. Maddox. He absconded.
When did Mr. Maddox abscond?
He absconded last week. He had barely been here today and he walked out.
Nobody said anything to me. I'm just hearing this for the first time.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why. I'll have to contact my director on that.
Ms. Taylor, is Mr. Maddox your case?
Yes, he is, and I was not informed that he absconded.
That's not going to work for us. Not going to work. So, Ms. Taylor, let's, I don't know if Mr. Morgan is still on. I need leadership for the court to reach out to leadership for Team Jefferson. There should be an MOU that outlines the expectations. And if someone is not in compliance with this court's order, we are to be notified immediately. That's unacceptable, completely unacceptable. And I need an answer today as to why this happened and what are they going to do to make sure that it doesn't happen again. If not, we cannot utilize their services.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr.
Understood, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, let's go on to Mr. Cruz. I have case number 210-565-5401. Mr. Cruz, state your full name for me.
Agustin Cruz, ma'am.
All right, how are you this morning?
I'm doing real good.
You are doing real good.
Yes,
we had
ma'am.
an opportunity to staff your case, and I was told that you're doing some job training. Is that right?
Yes, now I'm supposed to maybe next week I start working at the laundromat at the Henry Ford Hospital.
Look at you. That's awesome. Are you excited about that?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. I also heard that you are doing a fantastic job at working your program, following the court's orders.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was okay.
It was okay? All
Yes.
right. Were you able to connect with any of your family?
I didn't go out because too many temptation out there.
All right, very good. Do whatever you need to do to stay on track, right?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. Very good. Are you having any issues, any difficulties that you need the court to address?
Yeah, I was telling Miss Taylor about my traffic ticket they gave me. They gave me a dump test ticket. I'm trying to see if I could get that dismissed so I could get my license.
All right, Miss Taylor or the attorneys, do you all know about a ticket that he has outstanding?
No, Judge, but I'll look it up.
Okay. All right, Mr. Fikens, if you could look that up and see if you can talk with the prosecutor. I don't know what it's for, but we'd like to work with him because he's made some progress. I heard you've gotten your birth certificate, is that right? And your
Yes, ma'am.
ID,
Everything.
everything. You are doing an awesome job. So
Thank you.
we want to be able to help you. So give us an opportunity. I see Mr. Morgan is looking it up too. Give us an
Okay.
opportunity to work at it. And we may be able to get an answer to you today, but we'll see what we can do, okay?
Okay.
All right, awesome. Anything else you need us to look at?
Yeah, I had they sent me to Wayne County Jail November 23rd of last year. And I did my time. I don't know if they're still on file for Dearborn.
With Dearborn?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I don't know anything about Dearborn. Miss Warfield, I don't know if you want to have a conversation with him, what he's talking about, because I have no jurisdiction in Dearborn.
Okay.
Okay? And get an understanding of what's going on. Yes, sir. I see you leaning in. What do you want to tell me?
Mr. Maddox is in the hospital. I apologize for my misinformation.
Oh, because you was about to get a whole bunch of people. Oh, you were setting it off this morning, sir. I don't know if you can see the fire coming from my ears. I was trying real. I know everybody is breathing like, oh, good.
I know.
Sir, you were about, sir.
He'll be back here Friday.
Set it off. Yes, sir. Mr. Maddox is in the hospital.
Yes, he's in probably for a psych eval and medication balancing.
All right. We still weren't made aware of that.
Yes.
And so what I'd like you to do, because I don't want to put his medical information out in open court, Miss Taylor, I know you're doing 100 things this morning, or Mr. Morgan, if somebody could circle back and find out what's going on with Mr. Maddox, because we didn't have any information that he was in the hospital.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we need to know what's going on.
Yes,
And
Your
that's how we need to respond. So,
Almost.
all right, please mute your device if you're coming into my courtroom. We don't do shout outs in this courtroom. Thank you so much. All right, and so thank you for that information.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
We're all set. Thank you.
All right, let me hear first. Wait. Don't get rid of us that quick.
Okay.
Let me hear from Ms. Taylor. Did you have anything else to report out on Mr. Maddox?
Not for Mr. Maddox. I was actually gonna ask.
Not Mr. Maddox, Mr. Cruz.
No, Mr. Cruz is doing a great job. I have no complaints. I just want to encourage him to keep working his program as he is.
All right, very good. Thank you. And what would be Mr. Cruz's next date?
Mr. Cruz will have a face-to-face with myself on December 21st, 2022 at 10:35 a.m.
All right, very good. Attorney Warfield, is there anything you'd like to add?
Not at this time, just that I want to go into a breakout room with Mr. Cruz really quickly, just answer any questions he may have about his matter.
All right, very good. And so, Mr. Cruz, did you get your next court date? Did you write it down? You have it?
December 21st?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And at 10:35 with Miss Taylor, okay?
All right.
All
Thank
right,
you.
very good. I want you to continue to do well. Very proud of you.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
going to have you go in a breakout room with Attorney Warfield, and you
Okay.
can tell her about what's going on in Dearborn, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right, take care.
All
Bye-bye.
right, bye-bye.
All right. And Mr. Reed is free to leave, right, Miss Warfield?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, bye-bye, Mr. Reed.
Okay, Judge Holmes, you have a nice one.
All right, you do the same. I'm counting on you to follow instructions, okay?
Okay, I'll get it done.
All right, okay, bye-bye. All
I'm
right,
going.
Mr. Cruz is gonna go to a breakout room. All right, very good. I am ready on, I had some traffic matters. Are we ready to proceed? They were scheduled for 8:35. I do see attorney for Al Khatib. Khatib, are you ready to proceed, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. And actually, it's scheduled for trial, so I'm gonna give it just a few more minutes, counsel. I don't know if he's on for trial this early.
It's scheduled for,
I know, it's scheduled for 8:35.
it's
So,
adjourned to allow defendant to complete the class. We submitted a certificate to the prosecutor, Your Honor.
oh, so you all are ready to go on the record with this one?
I have not spoken to the city attorney yet.
Okay. Ms. Wilson, if you could place the attorney. Good morning, Mr. Rosenthal.
Good morning, Your Honor. And then, Ms. Mack, if I could, can you print me an SOS for this case?
Ms. Mack is not with us today.
Oh.
It's Ms. Lurst. And Ms. Lurst, if you could print one out and get it to the prosecutor, that would be great.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
All right. Did the parties for Al Ghazali or Appling, have they appeared? Al Ghazali or Appling? All right. If not, those individuals who have iPhone on your system, I need you, if you can, to place your name on your device so we can get you to the right place.
I'm
Okay?
right here.
No, sir, you have to turn on your camera.
You can see me?
Yes, sir. Tell me your name.
Amir Applin.
All right, Mr. Apple, you are scheduled for trial. Miss Wilson, if you could put him in a breakout room, that would be great. And then Mr. Fikens, you can go in and see what's going on, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. And then what about Al Ghazali?
I believe he's represented by Attorney Hill.
Okay, all right, then we'll hold off on that one. I haven't seen anyone from Attorney Hill's office. There is a gentleman with a work jacket on, Mr. Appling. Please put your device on mute. Thank you so much. Everybody, your device on mute until your case is called. Thank you so much. There is a gentleman in a work jacket. So I'm going to ask you to unmute and tell me your name, please.
William Sewell.
You are probably not in the right courtroom. So I need you to call the court clerk to let's find out where you belong, okay? You ready?
When I was in Kennedy, I was sitting there since 8:30. It said the host will let me in soon, but I was just looking at it.
It's only 8:57, okay? I don't know how Judge Kennedy runs her courtroom, but you're not on Judge Holmes's docket. So if you're supposed to be with Judge Kennedy, go back to Judge Kennedy, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, and then there is an Aisha Jackson, last name Jackson. I'm not
Yes,
certain where
it's,
you belong, but you're not scheduled for my courtroom.
Okay, I did this before, but the man didn't tell me who I was seeing.
All right, so I need you to call my clerk so she can get you to the right place. You ready for the number?
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Yes, sir. Well, listen, the number's in the chat. So find you a pen, it's in the chat, take down that number 965-2280 and call the courtroom so you can get to the right place, okay?
All righty.
Thank you so much. All right. Are we ready on Miss Thomas Orr?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I have the following for Miss Thomas Orr. Was she on my docket today?
Yes.
Yes. All right, case number 1105716101. Ms. Thomas Orr, please state your full name.
I think she's frozen.
Oh, she is.
There she is.
Uh-oh. You know what,
Thomas
and Miss Taylor, I need to do one other thing before I do Miss Thomas Orr. I just realized the Wayne County Jail is on with Raekwon Watts.
And that's fine, Your Honor. Me and Sergeant Coho, I'm sorry for interrupting. We were just communicating because I have to go, I have to privately speak with Mr. Watts. I was gonna try to Zoom on, but the link he sent me wasn't working. So I am doing Mr. Green's cases, but Miss Orr was the only one that he had. If I could finish up with Miss Orr, and then if you can throw me in a breakout room with Mr. Watts.
That would be great. That's great. All right, that's fine. Then Miss Thomas Orr, state your full name for me.
Janine Thomas Orr.
All right, good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you this morning? You're what? I didn't hear you.
Look, I'm sleepy.
Why are you sleepy?
I've been on the go. Like I've been having appointments after appointments. Oh my gosh. And I almost thought I was gonna wake up late for the court. Oh.
All right, but you've been making it to all of your appointments? Uh-oh, you muted yourself. Unmute. You muted yourself.
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Have you been making it to all of your appointments?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Ms. Thomas Orr, I know this is not easy for you. Are you working it? Are you working your program?
Yes, I have been.
Okay,
And they have me in I start my group meetings next week. They're gonna be over Zoom. I just made sure that they didn't have me scheduled for anything on Wednesdays because I know Wednesdays usually court days. So I made sure that they didn't schedule me anything on Wednesdays, but this Wednesday is kind of like a busy day.
okay. And even if they need to schedule on Wednesdays, we do court early in the morning, okay?
Okay.
And we'll work with you. We'll definitely work with you. All right. And so are you having any issues, anything that you need to report to the court?
No, I actually supposed to, we're still waiting on the testing from Precision's lab, if I'm not mistaken, so I can get the Vivitrol shot.
Okay. All right. And so, Ms. Taylor, you know, well, that's Mr. Green's case. We know that there's some information we have to get from the prescribing doctor just to monitor. Okay. All right. And so are you're ready to do something different, Ms. Thomas, or to help you with your issue?
For sure. Yeah.
All right. I'm proud of you. I am.
Thank
I know that's a tough decision to make, but I'm proud of you.
That
Yeah.
and I'm like definitely terrified of needles.
Oh, yeah, I know. I am too. And I used to have to take allergy shots. And yeah, you get used to it. And it's like it's nothing. It'll be quick, okay? Says the person who's horrified of needles, right?
Right.
It'll be quick. Yes. All right. All right. How are the babies doing? How are your children?
They kids, for sure. I'm about to get ready to clean back up my house because I see it's a lot of
Yeah.
fruits and napkins around. So clearly they got in the snacks last night.
Okay, they are kids. And that's why they need you to be healthy and whole so you can guide them correctly and keep them on track and all of those good things, right? Are you answering me? Or are you frozen? Oh, you
Frozen.
freezing. I was about to say, wait a minute now.
I think I'm free. Look, I think I'm free.
There you go. There you
I
go.
keep trying to find a good service spot.
All right.
Hold on, let me
So
see.
did you answer my question? That's why they need you healthy and whole. You
Yeah.
keep freezing on that part, Ms. Taylor. All right. I think I heard you say yes.
Look, I don't know. Look, I don't know what's going on. Look, I'm trying to get closer to the window. Look, I don't know what's going on. Like it was knocking me out of the courtroom and everything. I'm like, man.
Yeah, you're okay. You're okay. All right. Miss Taylor, what do you want to tell me about Miss Thomas Orr?
That she is in compliance with her court order and her treatment plan. She is working her program now, and we don't have any reported issues, so she's doing well.
All right. Miss Thomas Orr, I'm counting on you to stay on track. You need it, and you know you need it, right?
Yes, I do.
All right. Awesome. Attorney Warfield, is there anything to add as to Miss Thomas Orr?
I just want her to realize you deserve every inch and bit of rest, recovery, and just wellness that you are in the middle of receiving. You deserve it, okay? So take full advantage of it. Take full advantage of what's happening because it's only going to be for your good. And again, you deserve it. We've had conversations about some things that you've been through. You deserve this. It is time to put you first. And like Judge Holmes said, you can't be the best mother you can be if you don't put you first. It's that time. And we are so happy that you are allowing us to help you, okay?
She always freezes up for the very important questions. I don't know, she's frozen. Hopefully she heard you. I hope she did. It looks like she did, but. All right. Miss Taylor, what is next? For Miss Thomas Orr, you still with us?
She's in and out.
Circle back to her to give her return to court date. Let's get that on the record.
Yes, Miss Orr will return to court in 2 weeks on December 21st, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
Like I could see everybody, but
can you hear us?
Or you got court on December.
Now you just faded out, Miss Jasmine.
December 21st. I'm gonna put a sign. December 21st.
Yeah. December 21st. 8:35, okay? Can't hear her. All right.
Got you.
All right, Miss Thomas Orr, you go and be great. We're all rooting for you, okay? There you go. Thumbs up, thumbs up.
All right, you guys have a great morning.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye. All right. Miss Taylor, before let me just put on the record for a couple of things you have. For Anthony Maddox, U583922120, U557962020, case number 162570611, and case number 172191601. It was brought to our attention this morning by the staff at team that he is in the hospital. I've asked that the court follow up. I still need to know why they didn't contact us to let us know that he was going to the hospital, so that we can make sure he doesn't walk out of that hospital and back onto the streets, to make sure we close the loop on that. And we do have relationships with the hospitals so that we can make that happen, but we can't make it happen if we don't know what's going on. And so I'd like to get a return to court date for Mr. Maddox. Did you want to put him on for next week?
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right, so that would be December. I'm adjourning him to December 14th, 2022, and that would be at 8:35 a.m. And then I'm going to drop down to Sherry-Ann Williams, U509-45919, U602-27121, case number 210-455-7301, and case number 21209-8411 for Sherry-Ann Williams. It was brought to our attention on yesterday evening through Naomi's Nest that Sherry-Ann Williams did abscond. She walked away from treatment. I know we sent DPD out to try to track her because she did not have on a tether. And so there should be in the system a warrant on all of these matters with a remand to Judge Holmes. And so Ms. Lurst, if you could just confirm that it's in warrant status, each case with a remand to Judge Holmes. And then, thank you so much. Ms. Taylor, we don't have any more updates as to Ms. Williams. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. And then I have the matter of Delian Thomas, case number 200-458-0601, and case number Z789-707. On yesterday in staffing, it was brought to our attention by the Wayne County Jail that Mr. Thomas has some outstanding warrants in another court. And so he is not, there's nothing I can do to move him into therapy because I don't have any jurisdiction over another court's orders. And so I have adjourned him to December 15th, 2022 at 8:45 a.m., which would hopefully will get things resolved, okay? And I think that that's it, Ms. Taylor, for the individuals that are scheduled for 10:35 a.m. Are all of those individuals coming in next week? That's how it should be set up.
No, Your Honor, because some of them, let me look over the dates because some of them are different phases. Regularly, you know, it is the week after the face-to-face, but sometimes it may be an additional after if they're a higher phase. So if you could just let me double check really quick, like give me.
Double check for me, but
Okay.
going forward, we shouldn't be. Everybody should be scheduled the week before their in-court appearance.
You know what threw it
And
off? It kind of got a little
holiday.
threw off, yeah. And then, you know, all the people we had walk in last week, so it might be a little off. So.
That's true. All right. So when you get those dates, just let me know so that I can put them on the record, okay?
Okay.
All right. You are good. And then I will need you for Mr. Watts when you come back from the breakout room with Mr. Watts.
Okay, yes. Can you throw us in there, please?
I will throw you, have Miss Wilson, throw you in there. Throw her in there, Miss Wilson and Mr. Watts. Thank you at the Wayne County Jail. All right. What do I have left in my, are we ready on Mr. Appling?
We are, Judge.
All right, Mr. Appling, I have the following matter for you. SP 136751. Mr. Appling, unmute and state your full name for the record, please. Mr. Appling?
Amir Appling.
All right, put your whole face in the camera, please. We need to see you. Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Vikens, how are we proceeding?
Judge, this is a date and time set for trial. This matter was set for trial so that he could take the Michigan Defensive Driving course. He has done so. But also, Judge, and more importantly, the police officer has not signed in on this matter. It was scheduled for trial at 8:35. It is now 9:11. If the court is ready to proceed with the dismissal, we move to dismiss without prejudice.
All right.
I've told the prosecutor, I'm sorry, Judge, I've told the prosecutor that he did take the class and I didn't see and hear any objection from Mr. Rosenthal.
All right, then I am satisfied. I've given the issuing officer ample time to appear. The matter is dismissed without prejudice. Thank you, Mr. Appling. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, take care, sir.
You too.
All right. Thank you. And then did Mr. Al Ghazali ever join us?
Your Honor, my office is representing Mr. Al Ghazali. That is a civil infraction.
Okay.
I am waiting on confirmation that he took his driver improvement course. I see that Corporal Croxton is here for his matter.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting on that confirmation. If I can get a few more minutes to confirm
absolutely.
either way, I would greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, no problem. And then I know that Attorney Gazdecki was here on Al Khatib. Are we ready on Al Khatib? Attorney Gazdecki. All right, we'll wait for him to come back as well. Let's see, there's somebody in the courtroom on a Galaxy A20. I need you to come into camera so that we can find out who you are and make sure you're in the right place. In addition, if you are in my courtroom and you have your camera off, Please turn, and you have a case. You are a defendant. Please turn on your camera so we can make sure that we get you to the right place. All right. I don't know who's on the Galaxy A20, y'all.
Nor do I, Judge.
All right. Like, they're not connected to audio.
I've been chatting with him all morning.
Oh, they won't respond, Miss.
No, and he's not dressed appropriately.
Oh, no. Well, okay. Well, we can go and take him out. When he get his life together, he can come back in. All right. Very good. Thank you, Miss Wilson. All right. We'll be in recess, waiting on a couple of things. And then we'll be ready to go. All right. Thank you all.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, Ms. Lurs, I'll call the courtroom now.
And Miss Lurst. Yeah.
Good morning, Madam Clerk.
Good morning.
Yes, ma'am. I can barely hear you, but I got 3 other courtrooms to check in. Do you mind if I zoom out and make certain I'm square there and come back?
Sure. Absolutely.
All
I
right.
got you checked in.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was,
Mr. Alexander,
Yes,
how are you?
I'm doing just fine.
Good. Do you have something on your head?
Oh, we got, okay, okay.
All right, hold
I
on.
rem- Okay.
Go ahead. What were we going to say?
I just wanted to get another court date.
Okay, I'm going to let you speak to an attorney, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Ms. Wilson, if you want to send me into a breakout room with Mr. Alexander.
Sure. Can you go back to 2?
I think so. Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Are we ready on anything?
Yes, Madam Clerk, on Al-Khatib.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna come into camera and I'll call the case.
Question.
You have a question?
Yeah, did the officer show up?
Has the officer checked in, Ms. Lurst? Or let me call the case and we'll find out. If not, we're gonna move on. How about that?
Thank you.
Let's do it. I am calling for Mr. Al-Khatib. I have case number SP 133-719-11. Counsel, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Marquez Decky, P46289 on behalf of the defendant.
All right, thank you, Mr. Al-Khatib. Please state your full name for the record.
Yes, Your Honor. My full name is Al-Hajjaj Ashraf Al-Khatib.
Thank you. All
You're
right.
welcome.
This matter was scheduled for trial. Now, I scheduled it for trial, but the officer has an officer check.
Excuse me?
Ms. Lurs?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. I'm satisfied. I've given the officer ample time to check for the 8:35 a.m. trial. Counsel, your motion.
We motion to dismiss, Your Honor. We stipulate the probable cause.
All right, then I am going to dismiss the matter without prejudice. Thank you all for your patience. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. It's always nice to be in your court, Your Honor.
Good to see you. Always good to see you, Mr. Gastek.
It's always nice to see that people, you know, they're getting the help that should have had a long time ago, and that we actually care. We're not a meat grinder for just putting people in jail and just screwing up.
Yes, sir. That's what we're trying to do. So get the word out. Let people,
I'm
there's available.
trying to get other district courts to do the same thing.
Yes, yes. Let them know there's help available. And we get funding to give this kind of help. So we want people to know we're open for business and that we want to help them.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a blessed holiday.
You do the same. Take care. Thank you, Mr. Allen. Take care.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. You have a great day.
You too.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Mr. I see that there's a Mr. Alexander. He is not on my docket.
Yes, Judge.
I would need him to call the court clerk unless you know where he's supposed to be.
Yes, if I can, she is set for a pretrial at 1:30 today. And if the court is willing to do him now, we are asking for a bench trial date. He wants to get his documents in order. They're not in order yet, so we're asking for a bench trial at this time, Judge.
All right, then I don't have a problem with calling the case. I'm going to ask you to unmute now, Mr. Alexander. I have the following matters for you. I have case numbers SP 139-7723, counts 1, 2, and 3. Mr. Alexander, please state your name.
Dennis Alex.
All right, Mr. Alexander, you are asking the court to set this matter for a bench trial. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
All right, Mr. Fikens, I will set that bench trial date for, I think I'm using January 19th, 2022, and that will be at 10:45 a.m., okay?
Same courtroom?
Same courtroom, yes, sir.
January 19th?
Yes, sir, at 10:45 a.m. All right, thank you for the rest of your day.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Fikens. That's one last case to do this afternoon.
Yes.
All right. All right, Ms. Taylor, are you ready on Ms.?
Yes.
All right, has Miss well, that's okay. Miss has she had an opportunity to talk with him?
I don't believe.
No, I have not, Your Honor.
All right, I need you all to talk about the court's order. Are you ready to go forward with admission into our specialty court, Ms. Taylor?
Yes, once he speaks with Attorney Warfield.
Okay. All right, let's go to a breakout room for Attorney Warfield and Mr. Watts, and then we'll get him processed and ready to go.
And then, Your Honor, I do have those dates. You were correct. All of our 1035 would have a return to court date of next week, which is December 14th, except Mr. Baruchko. He was the only one that was off because he came in last week. So he would actually have a face-to-face on the 14th. Everybody else will be a court date.
All right, very good. Then I'm gonna put those on the record. And you're good to, I can just put the dates myself. So thank you for that. All right. I'll do it now. Case number 210-580-5801 for Jordan Baruchko. He'll have a face-to-face on December 14th, 2022 at 10:35 a.m. For Dominic Dotson, case number 200-450-9902. Mr. Dotson will return to court on December 14th, 2022, and that will be at 8:35 a.m. For Catrice Horton, case number 210-444-2701. She will also have a return to court date of December 14th at 8:35 a.m. For George Kidd, case number 1904605-701, return to court on December 14th at 8:35 a.m. For Martin Mallet, 210-612-7601. He will return to court on December 14th at 8:35 a.m. For Zapier McQueen, 200-596-6501. He will return to court on December 14th at 8:35 a.m. Has he made it back to Michigan and he's back in the swing of things, Ms. Taylor?
Yes, he is.
All right, and I know he's forever grateful. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes, all right, very good. I have for Cynthia Milling, Z 8083691, with a return to court date of December 14th at 8:35 a.m. And we made some adjustments for Ms. Milling, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
She's going to receive that sober link today, and she'll have it until we return from the Christmas break, which would be like January 2nd. And we are going to incur, the court will incur the cost of that device. And then she will still, is she still testing one time random per week?
We discussed in staffing, Your Honor, that that device would be in lieu of testing.
Because of the issues that she's having. Yes, all right, very good. Thank you for that reminder. I have for Derek Mott, Z 8058231. He will return on December 14th at 8:35 a.m. Is Mr. Mott still doing the program?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, awesome. Johanna Carty, case number 210-451-2601. She will also return on December 14th at 8:35 a.m. And then for Shayna Thomas, 210-606-3501. She will return to court on December 14th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m. And have we gotten Ms. Thomas? She's aware of what's going to happen as far as Lake Ridge is concerned. Is that correct?
Let me pull up her stuff. I will have to check with Mr. Green on that. I believe he did have communication with her, but I will double check just to make sure.
All right, awesome. And then lastly, I have for Marilyn Williams White, case number 215-5839-FD. And she will also return on December 14th at 8:35 a.m. Did I miss anything, Ms. Taylor?
No, that was everybody.
All right, awesome. Very good. Okay, you all let me know when we are ready to proceed as to Mr. Watts.
Will
Okay?
do.
All right, thank
Oh,
you.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. One thing briefly while he's in the breakout room. So Sergeant Coho was able to get him on that number to get him into Elmhurst. It's just that their policy is they require a COVID test and results with today's date. We did not know that. So Sergeant Coho will get him set up with the nurse to get that test. But I highly doubt that those results will be back in time today. So we may have to, we can admit him today, but he may have to be put on the tether and physically sent to that facility on tomorrow.
Okay, that's not a problem. All right, very good. And then did you check to see if Mr. Watts had any other cases at 36 District Court? That was asked of me yesterday in staffing.
I can do that right now. So I'll know by the time he comes back.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Court is in recess.
Your Honor, we are ready for Mr. Watts when you are.
Are we ready on Mr. Watts?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, awesome. One
I'm
sec.
actually waiting on to see if he has any other cases, so I should have that shortly.
So does that mean we're not ready on Mr. Watts?
I guess not.
Need
Okay.
about 5 more minutes.
All right. All right.
Okay, Judge, I am ready.
Are we ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Do we have Miss Attorney Warfield?
I am here, Your Honor.
Let's do it. I have case number 220-442-8601. Mr. Watts, please state your full name for the record.
Mr. Raekwon Watts.
All right, good morning, Mr. Watts. How are you this morning?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling okay.
All right, you ready to do some work in the program?
Yes, I am.
All right, can I count on you to stay where I place you and work the program?
Yes.
All right, very good. That's going to be real important because if you don't, Mr. Watts, what's going to happen is you're going to keep ended up in that Wayne County Jail. I don't think you want to be at the Wayne County Jail, do you?
No.
And I don't want you there, right? Come on, look up at me so you can see my face. I don't want you at the Wayne County Jail. But you have to control whether or not you go to the Wayne County Jail by following whatever the court orders you to do, okay?
Okay.
Can I count on you to do that?
Yes, you can.
All right, wonderful.
Promise.
All right, now I'm gonna write that down that you promised. You know,
All right.
no promises, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. You seem like such a nice person, but I haven't gotten to know you.
Oh,
'Cause you're
yes.
leaving me. Are you a nice person?
I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know. I look down, but it's just me.
That's
But I
okay.
am a nice kid. I'm really a nice kid.
You are, how old are you?
23, going on 24.
You are a nice kid. Yes, you are. Yes. And so who's supporting you in your family?
Myself.
Just yourself?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You don't have any other family members that you keep in touch with?
No.
No. All right. So listen, by coming into this program, you're going to have a whole circle of people. We're going to be like family to you, okay? We're going to look out for you. Make sure you have what you need. Make sure that you're on. And we're going to get you ready to be able to live on your own at some point, okay?
Okay.
Does that sound good to you?
Thank you. That sounds great. That sounds absolutely great to me.
All
Thank
right.
you.
But it requires your help, okay?
Okay.
You
Thank you.
want to come to the table and help us help you?
Yes.
All right, awesome. All right, let me hear from the case manager that's presenting on today. Ms. Taylor?
Yes, so I have Mr. Raekwon Watts. He is a referral for our specialty court program. As he stated, he is 23 years old. He is 23 years old. He is a Black male. His highest education level completed is the high school diploma. He's currently unemployed. He does not have any children. He does want to participate in our specialty court program. He is at least 18 years of age, so he meets the age requirements. He does appear to have some things that he can work on in our particular specialty court program. He does not have any prior felony convictions for any violent offenses. He has not participated in a specialty court program within the past 10 years. So I think that he would qualify to be a candidate or a participant for our program on today.
All right, awesome. Attorney Warfield, you had the opportunity to meet with Mr. Watts. What do you want to?
Yes, I did, Your Honor. I had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Watts. First of all, he's very personable, very pleasant. And one thing first, let me say this. He does meet the criteria according to Michigan statute for our specialty court. In addition, Your Honor, he is very focused on getting stabilized so he can live independently. That is one of his main goals, is to be able to take full care of himself. He expressed how he wanted to have a job or a trade and be able to come home to his home to peace. So he wants us to help him with that. And I expressed to him that we can help, but he has to do his part as well. And Your Honor, he said that he is all in. He is ready to make a change for the better. And I am so excited, Mr. Watts, that you are allowing us to help you at this time.
All right, awesome. Mr. Watts, is there anything else that you would like me to know about you?
Oh, no, that's great.
That's great. All right. And
Yes, thank you.
yes, sir. And so the plan today is that he would have an appointment. No, Miss Taylor, tell me what the plan is for Mr. Watts, because I think there was a little change.
Yes, so originally Mr. Watts was going to be admitted into Elmhurst. He will still be admitted there, but they do require a current COVID test and results. So he will be set up with the nurse at the jail to get that COVID test. We should receive those results by the end of the day. So we will just adjourn him onto tomorrow, or he will come back to the courthouse physically so that he can get his house arrest tether, and then he will be transported to Elmhurst with that COVID result.
All right, so he'll go to Elmhurst tomorrow, right?
Yes.
He's not getting a tether, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Is he getting Wayne County or house arrest? House arrest? All right, very good. I was writing and not listening very well. Okay, and then to Elmhurst. All right, did you hear all of that, Mr. Watts?
Yes, yes,
All right,
yes.
does that sound good to you?
That sound good. That sound good.
All right, so I want you
That sound good.
okay. And so, Ms. Taylor, once he gets to Elmhurst, we want to start working with him, make sure they know what his goals are. And we want to get him stabilized, and let's get to working on his goals for employment and stable housing. Okay? All right. What would be Mr. Watts' next court date?
Mr. Watts returned back to court on December 21st, 2022 at 8:35 a.m. via Zoom.
All right, so two things are gonna have to happen. Ms. Lurst, the order that you go to the jail will indicate you're gonna have him dressed out and brought over on tomorrow.
Yes.
All right, so for the jail's order, it will indicate that he is to return to 36th District Court on December 8th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. It should also indicate that he is to dress out with his belongings. And then Ms. Taylor, you know that he'll get the house arrest tether and he's to go directly to Elmhurst. He'll be transported from the court to Elmhurst. So that the only two things that need to go on his admit for the jail is that he's to return in person dressed out with his belongings to 36th District Court on tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then tomorrow, let's put him on our docket for tomorrow. And then tomorrow, Ms. Taylor, we'll put on that December 21st date, okay? Just to keep it nice and clean.
Okay.
All right, awesome. All right, any questions for the court?
That's it. Oh.
All right, anybody else have any questions? No? All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Watts. I look forward to working with you.
Thank you, Ms. Holmes. Thank you.
Take care. And thank you at the Wayne County Jail. I don't know if that's Sergeant Coho, but it is. Thank you, Sergeant Coho. I appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
We'll talk soon.
Okay, bye-bye. All right. We are in good shape as to our specialty court docket. I have an Alderson that's on at 10 o'clock. I don't know if that is, who has that case, Alderson? Or is that a Miss Brimage case?
It's not specialty court.
It's not? Okay.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Good morning. That's mine. I'll be ready in about 10 or 15 minutes. I'm sorry.
That's Miss Brimage. All right. Yes, ma'am. Just let me know. All right.
Okay, thank you.
No.
And then I'm sorry, Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
Did we finish all the morning traffic?
Nope. I have one more case I need to call. And
Absolutely.
that's Zolly.
Yes, I have not gotten that confirmation back from Mr. Al-Ghazali, and I do not want to take up any more of the court's time. Is there a way I can get put into a breakout room, Mr. Rosenthal? As I know, Corporal Carson did appear as well, so.
Yes, he did. All right.
Yeah.
And so you all can go into a breakout room.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Briefly. Okay.
So I think with our specialty court docket, did
I'm-
we put Mr. DeLeon Thomas's new date on the record?
Yes, I did. I put his new date on the record.
Okay.
And then I think, Ms. Taylor, of course, we know that just because we're off the record doesn't mean that specialty court has stopped. We could cross our fingers and hope it has, but that's usually not the case. And we are all.
Mr. Yancey's on, so maybe we got another specialty court popping in. So
Mr. Yancey, now Mr. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, for me.
I have Miss Gentry, Your Honor. She was supposed to come back today for a emergency plan.
Is Miss Gentry here?
She's physically here, yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Did you all come up with an emergency plan for her?
I did, Your Honor.
And you all, so you're ready to put results on the record, is that correct?
Yes.
Awesome, wonderful. I need you to place, Ms. Lurst, if you could add Ms. Gentry to my docket on today, please. And Mr. Yancey, do you have case numbers for Ms. Gentry?
Your Honor, if I could, I have Z 808-4141.
All right, is that the only case?
That's the only case I have, Your Honor.
All right, awesome. Ms. Gentry, please state your full name for the record. All right, good morning, Ms. Gentry. First of all, thank you for coming into the courthouse. I appreciate you. And I also want to thank you for being honest about your struggles. It was brought to my attention you're having some struggles. And so I didn't want to leave you out there struggling with the whole, gotta wait on insurance. I need something to be done, and they should have an emergency plan for you. So that's why I brought you in today. I hope you are still committed to working the program. Is that right? Yes. Okay, awesome. Mr. Yancey, tell me, what is the emergency response plan?
Yes, Your Honor. So for now, I did assist her regarding contacting Maple Grove at through Henry Ford Health, and she does have an appointment tomorrow. And if she has any issues before tomorrow, she can contact them with any kind of emergency that she could have relating to any substances and or I believe the way they work, any kind of anxiety or anything. But if she doesn't have any issues today, they will spell out multiple facets of different kind of emergencies she could have and resources to reach out regarding those emergencies. So she's due to see a Miss Broden tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
All right. Did you test her today?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have test results yet?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay.
Those results are all negative.
Awesome. Wonderful. Great. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. All right. And so the information that you've gotten from Henry Ford Health System for if she has any problems between now and 11 o'clock a.m. Are these 24-hour, is this a 24-hour number? What exactly is the resource?
Your Honor, I believe she can, my understanding is that she can call. I didn't think to ask if it was 24 hours, but they said that if she called, that she could get some assistance prior to tomorrow.
Okay. Can we find out if that is a 24-hour number? I want to make sure that she has someone or some type of emergency in place to carry her through. And then on tomorrow, Ms. Gentry, when you go to Henry Ford Health Systems, make sure that you sign releases and make sure on tomorrow that you follow up with, this is Mr. Green's case, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
that you follow up with Mr. Green and let him know what did they say? What are they doing? What's the plan? So he can get documentation and update the court, okay? Can I count on you to do that? I can't hear you if you're speaking.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Do you have any questions for the court? Not at the moment? All right, very good.
And if I could, Your Honor, she does have an appointment for the for our court for the I believe the next court hearing we have on Wednesday.
It's when is it again? I'm sorry.
I believe it's the 14th. I believe she does have another appointment scheduled also for Zoom.
All right. Very good. And so you're coming back to see us next week on Zoom, but I need to know on tomorrow what happened and what's the course of action they're taking.
For sure. Yes.
Okay, awesome. All right, very good. Anything else for my consideration, Miss Warfield?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Nothing else? Okay. All right, then we are good. And Miss Gentry, I will hear from you on tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang in there. Hang in there. It's gonna be worth it, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
All right, very good. Okay, you are free to leave. All right. Is there anyone else? What about Miss Coleman? Were you all supposed to update me today on Karina Coleman?
I'm not sure if we were, but I do have an update, Your Honor. I'm not gonna put everything on the record, but she did reach out to me yesterday. She was having a tough day. She called me after staffing. She was having some urges, as well as kind of a bit of a mental crisis. So she did utilize her resources. She called me to tell me what was going on. We spoke over the phone, and then I directed her to contact Teen Wellness Crisis Center, which she did. And she had her aunt transport her physically to the crisis center. And Miss Griffin was also in cahoots with that. So I just want to applaud her. She did really good. She utilized her resources before she consumed alcohol. So she did not consume yesterday. She understood what the consequences would be. And she did utilize that crisis unit at Teen Wellness and got the help.
And for the record, Your Honor, I would like to say she did reach out to me as well.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear all that. Very good. Has anyone said anything about inpatient treatment for her? No?
Yes. So not to get into too much detail, yes. However, her biggest drawback is her minor son.
Yeah, but we can't let that trump treatment.
Correct. And I told her that if we are not able to get her into an intensive outpatient that accepts her insurance immediately, inpatient may be what we have to do in order to secure her success.
But what insurance? She's not working.
She does have some type of insurance, so that wasn't through her job. It was a private insurance that she had on her own.
Okay. All right. Is she scheduled to come back next week?
To my knowledge, yes.
Let me just double check. Her original return of court date was oh no, she I think I'm gonna have hers got through off to her original schedule because she came in on off weeks. So yeah, she would have had a face-to-face next week.
Okay, I just want to make sure we have some kind of contact with her. Okay.
Just scheduled, Your Honor, for Wednesday, December 14th at 10:35.
Yeah, that would be all right. Okay. All right. Well, we'll work from there. All right. Thank you all. Somebody's coming into my courtroom with a hat on.
Mr. Mallet, and he's mine, and he knows not to do that, and he knows this is a face-to-face.
Get your people together.
Cause don't, Mr. Mallet, off of Zoom with that hat on, sir, and you have a face-to-face, I will call you. Please log off. Thank you so much. Get up on here like that on all the rules. Don't embarrass me.
All right, I'm set. I think we're good for now oh no, you have Al Ghazali.
Yes, and we were able to reach a resolution for that, Your Honor. Limited access 6 to 10. 1 point, I do have authority to take to plead responsible to that for my client.
All right, very good. So that's with respect to case SP 139-33411. So go ahead and place your appearance for the record for Mr. Al Ghazali.
Yes, Your Honor, Attorney Jessica Warfield, P85391, standing in place of Attorney of Record Ryan Hill on behalf of Mr. Al Ghazali. I would ask this court to waive my client's appearance as this is a civil infraction. I have his authority to appear on his behalf.
Thank you, counsel, and I have waived your client's appearance. I am accepting the plea of responsible to driving 21 to 25 miles per hour over the speed limit. I am amending that charge to limited access 6 to 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. Ms. Lurse, could you please give me the fine for limited access 6 to 10 miles?
Yes, Your Honor. $135, Your Honor.
All right, then that amount will be $135. How quickly can your client get that paid?
Your Honor, can we get 2 weeks?
Absolutely. What date would that take us to?
That would take us to the 21st.
All right. So November 21st, 2022, not November, December 21st, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. I will review this matter. I'll adjourn it for payment, adjourn to pay. And as long as he pays it, you all don't need to come back. If not, the original charge will be reinstated and it'll go into default. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. You're very welcome.
Are we done with specialty court as well, or?
We are done with specialty court. I'm going to my 10 o'clock docket at this time.
That's 2 days in a row. We were very efficient.
I know, it's scary. You don't hold your breath. Yeah, okay, y'all can do all of that if y'all want to. All the wind sucked out of us and passing out and everything. Listen, I enjoy when we have these moments, but the day is not over. So don't stand.
Absolutely. Everyone have a great day.
You do the same. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Are we ready on Anderson?
Good morning, Judge.
Yes, good morning.
He may want to speak to the attorney if he's in court.
Is he here?
I have no idea. This was one of those cases where it was certain things they were supposed to do, then report. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's not here.
Okay, can somebody confirm if he's in the courtroom?
Is not physically in the courtroom, Your Honor.
Okay, and I don't think he's Miss Wilson, can you verify that he's not in the virtual courtroom?
He is not, Your Honor.
So, Your Honor, I'll reach out to him and I'll also do a warrant if that's what you would like for me to do.
All right, yes.
Okay, all right.
Let's give it a few more minutes. Go ahead, reach out to him, come back on, let us know what's going on, and then
Okay.
And then that's
right.
All right. Thank you. Our court is in recess.
Is any attorney available?
Yes.
Who's that, Mr. Fikens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that our
Miss-
10 o'clock?
Yeah, Mr. Alderson is on. He needs to be in a breakout room with an attorney.
Very good. Ms. Wilson, can you arrange that?
No.
Thank you. Thank you. I have the invitation.
Thanks, Ms. Wilson. Ms. Wilson, can you put me in a breakout room with Mr. Fiken, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have the invitation.
But every 2 weeks, we get a fifth grade Garvey on the docket. Every 2 weeks? Yeah, every 2 weeks. A lot of these judges, they don't even know that. They really don't.
All right, are we ready on Mr. Alderson?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, great. Give me 2 seconds. What did I do? All right, I have for Mr. Alderson, U 622-51821. Mr. Alderson, please state your full name for the record.
Marshawn J.W. Alderson.
All right, thank you, sir. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, Ms. Brimage.
Yes, Jasmine Brimage on behalf of the probation department.
All right, Ms. Brimage, tell me what's going on. Has Mr. Alderson complied with my order?
Your Honor, on August 31st, Mr. Alderson was ordered to attend morality class, complete 40 hours of community service, submits to HIV testing, pay fines and costs, including a supervision fee per month. A letter was sent out on September 6th outlining everything that he had to do, and also a community service referral was given to the community service specialist. I did speak with Ms. Green yesterday. She indicated that Mr. Alderson was ordered to do the work program. She said he was given the information. I followed up with Mr. Delator. He had not completed that. He does not have proof of completing the morality class or submitting the testing. He did pay the $375 in fines and costs. So I'm going to let Mr. Fikens go from here.
Mr. Fikens, it sounds like a client needs to visit me tomorrow personally in the courthouse, but go right ahead.
And maybe, Judge, I just want to explain the situation because Mr. Alderson does understand that he has been woefully inadequate in completing this court's orders.
This is not the first time. Is that correct, Ms. Brimage, or am I mixing him up with someone else?
I just received it on August 31st, Your Honor. So this is my first time with him on my caseload.
Very good. Go right ahead, Mr. Fikens.
Thank you, Judge. And it is the first time from my understanding. Mr. Alderson told me he was challenged with the birth of a premature child. I know that you've given this ample time for him and always give ample time for people, not only to complete the requirements of this court, but also you give enough time because life always throws curveballs. So while I'm deeply sympathetic regarding his trials and tribulations in this matter with a premature baby, he indicates that he's attending to that child and I think he got overwhelmed. He didn't set the right time enough aside to do all that this court orders. He wants to do all that this court orders. He's asking for a brief time to show this court that he can do that. He does understand the seriousness and the significance of this charge and how it could contain a mandatory minimum time in jail if he's convicted of that. And he doesn't want to he certainly doesn't want to do that. That would add to the problems. And we discussed how he needs to understand that there are problems that come in life. We sympathize with them, but we have to also do the things that are required of us as well. And that's just part of living. And we had a discussion about that, Judge. I know he understands that. I consider him sincere in his statement to me that he wants to do this, wants to take care of this. He apologizes to this court for not taking care of it, for being sloppy about it. There was an outstanding circumstance, but we all have outstanding circumstances and we understand that. And I just asked Judge if the court would consider giving him more time, brief time, to get all this completed. He did pay, so he did it. He understands that he had an obligation to this court, even though he didn't fulfill that. So he's asking for this court's help in that regard with a little more time.
And Mr. Fikens, while I understand that, the nature of the charge, he was charged with offering to engage another for an act of prostitution. He was given the opportunity to have this amended to a disorderly conduct. Offering to engage another for an act of prostitution is a mandatory 45 days in the Wayne County Jail. And so he had the opportunity from August for all of September, all of October, all of November, and here we are 7 days into December. Not once did he pick up a phone and let Ms. Green or Ms. Brimage know that there was an issue. And so, no, I'm not going to give him additional time. Not at this moment. I'm not inclined to do it. And so what I will have him do is I will adjourn his matter to tomorrow. He's to come into the courthouse with proof of when this premature child was born and that it was a premature child. And then I'll make a decision from there. But I'm just not going to say, oh, but you had, and that he's the caregiver, that he's the one. He can't go do anything to keep his hind parts out of jail because he's taking care of a premature baby. He's going to have to prove that to this court. That's the best I can do.
Yes, Your Honor, we thank you for that opportunity.
So I'll adjourn it. Mr. Attorney Rosenthal, for the people, is there anything that you'd like to add?
I just got back on, Your Honor, from covering a courtroom. However, I did hear the end of it. I believe that there hasn't been a lot of progress made as of now, and this is a minimum mandatory 45. This is something we take very serious in our city. With everything going on, not just, outside this offense, but what it brings to the table for many people in the city of Detroit. So I would like to see that documentation, Your Honor, as well, as you would like to see, to make sure that we're, validating, this adjournment. I want to see, though, when we come back, that there is progress, things have been done, because it's one of those things that we just can't let go. So.
And I won't let go. So I'm adjourning him till tomorrow. He's to appear in person at 36th District Court, located at 421 Madison in the city of Detroit, courtroom 133. And you are to report, Ms. Brimage. Does it need to be 10 o'clock? Or can we do early?
How early you want to go? Because tomorrow's my in-person report day, so I have people all day. So you just tell me and I'll work around it.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do 9 o'clock on tomorrow morning in person at 36th District Court. And your failure to appear, sir, a warrant will go out for your arrest. You have a serious charge and you have got to comply with this court's orders. Bring your proofs in tomorrow. I don't want to hear any stories about you don't have it, you can't find it. You got all day to find it, sir. So bring your proofs in tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. If
Thanks,
nothing,
Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you all. We have our afternoon pre-trials and hearings. And so, no, pre-trials. And trials.
Yes, Your Honor, we do it. Yeah, our afternoon pre-trials. We have, I had all the offers that I could create, Your Honor, and then some we're going to have to push maybe to a bench.
Okay, that sounds good.
Mhm.
So I could get on Mr. Fikens. Is someone going to come and join you this afternoon?
I have heard so, Judge. I forget who that was.
All right. Very good.
I just want to point out, Judge, there is a retained formal hearing at 1:30.
Yes.
We're just hearing a red signal. That's the only
Okay.
non-pretrial that we have.
And we should be able to take care of it, Your Honor. It's nothing too egregious, so we should be in good shape for that.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. All right. And so Miss Lurst, listen, I'm going through the whole names. Miss Lurst, if you all could log on for the 1:30 today, and let's get them started as early as possible. So, and I'd like for individuals to be in separate, the attorneys to be in separate breakout rooms so they can be working at the same time and bringing people out to get their cases on the record. So we're not just sitting and waiting, okay?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor. And then Ms. Lurs, if I can just come down and get a docket for tomorrow, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor. I will see you guys 1:15-ish, 1:10.
All right, very good. Thank you. Take care, everybody.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Ms. Lurst, I'm gonna go back to Judge Bryant's to make sure we're all good there, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.